I'm joined by Amit Lang, who's Director General of the Ministry of Economy for the State of Israel. Nice to see you here in New York.
Great to be here.
You have mentioned that the high-tech sector attracted $3.4 billion in investments in 2014. What would you like to see that increase to in 2015?
Well, actually, this was the best figure that we had for a long time. I think maybe it's even the biggest figure ever. So I wouldn't be very impressed or anticipating that it will be even larger. It will be increased 2015, but we cannot be sure about that. So let's say if we can repeat this figure, it will be still a great success for the Israeli investment, for the Israeli high-tech sector.
What's different now in 2015 is we have a post-election situation in Israel where investors have to adjust to perhaps a position that might be different. There's some renewed tensions between the U.S. and Israel. Does it impact investment decisions in your country?
In my opinion, it doesn't. I can remind you that 2014 was also with a military operation. We had missiles that were thrown all over Israel. Still, we had the highest figure ever in terms of investments. It seems to me that in the end of the day, the investment decision is not being influenced by the geopolitical situation. Moreover, I can say that in my opinion, my humble opinion, the new elections just gave us the opportunity to have a more stable government in which takes the economy much more seriously and much more stable and forecasting to the future with planning that can be even achieved, because I guess that the government will stay that whole term.
What about any resistance from U.S. investors based on a slight cooling of the relations between the U.S. and Israel?
I don't see that coming. And I think U.S. and Israel have a very strong ties and relations regarding the investment scene or the trade scene. And I haven't seen from the history of Israel that it was influenced by relations between the government. Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down. It doesn't really influence the business. In the end of the day, Israel is a well-known innovation hub for all the world, and every 2 to 3 months we see another exit or another investment, and it didn't change during the last years. I don't think it's going to be changed.
Do you expect to see an increase of U.S. companies moving R&D to Israel, or perhaps opening new offices in Israel? What's that trend been like?
Actually, it's coming all the time. It's increasing all the time, and I don't see any reason that it won't be, will keep on.
Do you actively court U.S. companies, or do you let them find you?
Sometimes they find us. We are also targeting them. We are trying to open the doors for the Israeli market for them. We are meeting with them. We are trying to show them the Israeli showcase. And it's a mixture. It's a mixture of sometimes they find us, sometimes we approach them, and deals are being done like this.
U.S. economy is growing just fine. You've actually weathered the last couple of years quite well compared to some other countries. Within Israel, though, there are people that are not participating in the economy perhaps as much as you'd like to see, whether it's the Arabs or the Orthodox Jewish population. How do you get that population more involved in this innovation economy? Well,
we do a lot of projects in order to combine them and make them participate in the workforce. I have to say before that, generally, the average rate of participation in the Israeli workforce is the general average is higher than the OECD members. So in general, we don't have a problem. But if we look to the micro and we divide it, then we see those populations like the Arab women and the Orthodox men that participate less. In order to, and that's why we see a huge potential in make them participating, in help them to participate in the workforce, because we think this will stimulate the economy and make it grow even more impressive. And we see a nice increase during the last years of their participation rates, whether it's the Arab women, whether it's the Haredi men.
Amit Lang, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.